What's good YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you click that notification bell. Leave your comments down below and enjoy this reaction video. What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You have just entered the Break Room Chronicles. We'll break on only 15 minutes, but chat over here. We break for one damn hour. Shouts out to the 2 Live crew. Chat, I see you. By far the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. You better ask someone about this 2 Live crew. Oh, and shouts out to the Bush gang. Hey, Bush watchers. What it do, Bush gang? Shouts out to the Replay gang. Hey, Replay gang. Thanks so much for stopping by. Be sure to let us know in the bottom of the video that you're Replay gang in this thing. So myself and the 2 Live crew definitely know it's real. Hey, y'all, what's good? Happy Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday for each and every one of y'all. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing great. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over here in the break room, y'all. Okay, so y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. We talked about this the other day. I mentioned it to you guys. I said I was going to get around to talking about the whole Latruth situation. But y'all know over here in the mommy community, Livy, Pooh, and Jasmine been keeping us very busy over here. Oh, boy. And it was so much going on with this story. It was just so much going on. And it was everybody coming out from the woodworks, nannies, brothers, sisters, baby mamas, cousins, aunties, uncles, kids. And I said, my God, all these people got something to say. So it was a minute, but we're going to talk about it, y'all. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a Kendra G reaction we're going to get into, but we're definitely going to get into this Latruth situation, okay? And I definitely have my thoughts and opinions. I've been having my thoughts and opinions, but I just wanted to see what was really going on. Because if you guys are not aware, if you watch Peach McIntyre, you definitely know about selling your content, right? That's what people here on YouTube do, okay? Content creators get paid for their content. Well, Facebook has bonus programs, okay? Facebook has bonus programs, and they're running a bonus $30,000 bonus. Now, TMR do not know the details and entails of the Meta program over there because I'm not in the Meta program. But shit, at $30,000, I need to go get one like today, okay? So a lot of people felt like that what Latruth, him and his wife had going on was a skit, okay? A lot of people felt like it was a skit because, again, they do pranks on Instagram, Facebook. You know, they're all over. They're on YouTube. They're all over TikTok. They're all over social media. But then the more Brianna kept showing up, people were like, well, wait a minute. The girl's fingers broke. Folks is screaming and hollering. The furniture being thrown. Totes getting knocked on people's heads. And so people was like, well, wait a minute. Well, maybe it is true. Okay, so we're going to talk about it, okay? We definitely going to give our thoughts and opinions. Nurse KP, congratulations on your new job, sis. I see you say you're in orientation. Thanks so much for stopping what you were doing to come over here and meet us at your real job, sis, the break room, okay? Audacious, it's a wonderful Wednesday. TMR in chat, clocked in early. Thank you so much. Hey, Hennessy, Black and Bougie. I've heard of these people, but I'm not familiar with them. Well, here's the thing. Again, welcome to everyone in the chat. So this is them right here, okay? Now, I'm just gonna give you guys how I became accustomed to who they were, from Instagram. That's where I follow them at. I follow them on Instagram. This is Mrs. and Mr. Latruth. They're content creators. He does music and content. Brianna, this is her name, Brianna, and his name is Robert. They Brianna had like a clothing boutique, and you know, they have really big followings on all their platforms. I know that's right. Second job, y'all. I know that's right, sis. Get that coin, honey. And so when I was watching them, I've been watching them for like a couple years, okay, on Instagram. And they do, like I said, a lot of pranks on Instagram. And my first impression of them is they were funny to me. They seem like a very cute couple. They have one child in common together. I believe Brianna had 2 or 3 children before she met him. When she met him, she had kids. So she brought children into the relationship. He brought a child into the relationship too. I believe he has like an older daughter. I believe she's like 19. And you know, what I noticed about them is when they would do their like reels and skits and stuff like that on Instagram, I noticed that because Brianna she's very cute. She's a very pretty woman, and she has a real cute shape. And I noticed he always like emphasized, like over sexualized her body. And, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, she's a pretty girl. She has a nice shape, but that's your woman. That's your wife. That's your woman. And obviously she can't hide the way she looks. If she's showing a full body picture on Instagram, it's going to be obvious to see her body. But they would do like pranks, like she was a stripper in the strip club, and she would be like, you know, giving them lap dance, and, you know, but again, when you think about it, y'all, it's social media. You have to do stuff to make people want to click and watch. And what more than make people click and watch is when you see a woman acting very provocative on the internet, right? But in my mind, I was just like, but wait a minute, this is your wife. Like, yeah, we get you do social media, but why do you always have to over sexualize her on the internet? Because this your woman. You're proud to have a, you know, nice looking woman, your nice looking wife. We get all that, but still, it's the internet, you know? So that was like my first observation. I was kind of, you know, after watching several of their videos, I kind of picked that up, but it was nothing for me to feel like, oh my God, these people are weird. And so then obviously I'm on and off Instagram. I'm not, she's a trophy for him. Exactly. I'm not very, you know, I don't watch them religiously. So, you know, I go months without watching them. So earlier this year, it might have been late last year, earlier this year, I came and I noticed that he looked, you know, because Robert was kind of he had a husky build to him, right? And then I came one day to a video and he looked as if he was a skeleton. And I was like, oh my God, this man lost so much weight. Did he have like weight loss surgery? You know, he wasn't like an obese man, but he was, you know, he was a stocky guy. Well, as I kept watching, I figured out he had stomach cancer. And so with the stomach cancer, you know, him and her, you know, obviously when something like that happens to a family, you know, it's devastating. And they would show, you know, different things about how he was healing and him being in a hospital and, you know, and her being a supportive wife. And you know, so I was like, oh, okay. I remember a video, I think it was his birthday. They went to an island. It was one of the Caribbeans. I don't remember which one. It was real pretty. She went all out for his birthday and it was just really cute. So again, I was like, oh, they're just a really cute couple to me. I never thought any more of it. Now, moving fast forward to now, there was a situation. He came out and did a video saying that it was DV Survivor Month and you'll see things, you know, they could be real, they could be not real. So he came out with this little short video saying this. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then the next video was there's Brianna's filming She has her hand all bandaged up. Her dad's in the house. The house looked like either somebody was moving in or moving out because there was a bunch of bags all over the house. So I was like, wait, what's going on? Latruth was sitting on the steps and they were arguing, and Brianna was basically, confronting him about putting his hands on her. And he was denying that he did that. He said he didn't put his hands on her. It was just going back and forth, back and forth. And so then the father and Robert had words, and Brianna jumps in. It's like, Dad, it's not worth it. And she pulls him out the house. Now, remember what I'm saying, you guys. All this was YouTube or social media content, okay? So then I'm like, okay. So then all of a sudden you start seeing all these videos, okay? You see him doing a video where he was, FaceTiming her, but he records the conversation. She didn't know it was being recorded. Then she gets on her platform and do videos. Then the nanny comes out, the brother, his brother, her sister, and his oldest daughter, his oldest daughter's baby mother. She talked about how he treated her. And so now everybody's portraying Robert as being this monster. But then a lot of people felt like Brianna was lying, because what I have observed is Brianna definitely loves the life of being a YouTube influencer. Okay. So I guess Latruth had a little coin before he met her, and he helped promote her, because he was already doing social media. So he helped build her presence on social media. So they became like this power couple together, right? And we know everything that glitters is not always gold. We do know that from watching social media. Everybody's an actor or actress these days. Exactly. You say he keeps posting stuff like they are still together. Well, Robert received a lot of negative backlash from Brianna and her post of talking about, the abuse, and it sounded as if she was mad because she tried to get to his phone. She tried to get to his phone because he was making remarks as if she wasn't caring for him like a man should. She's not giving him love and attention. And he was making remarks like he was going to go out and find love and attention. Also, from other explanations from her and other people, they said Mr. Latruth stays in the streets a lot. He's always hanging out. And obviously, as a woman, more than likely, Brianna felt some type of way about her man always in the streets. And so she wanted to get his phone and question what was in his phone. But again, you guys, I'm not saying that houses are perfect, couples are perfect. I'm not saying that. But now all this stuff is coming out. They've been married for 6 years. They weren't together that long before they got married, but they've been married for 6 years. And I guess from her explanation, a lot of stuff has been coming out about how he treats her mentally, physically, verbally. So Bria says he basically got her flashing and promising to take care of her kids. He basically got her by flashing and promising to take care of her kids. Okay, so like a whole sugar daddy almost, okay? Now, one thing I didn't like what a lot of people were talking about Brianna, they basically like Brianna was like a gold digger, and they were making remarks as to like Mr. Latruth shouldn't have got with Brianna because she had kids, prior to getting together. Like she was a woman, she had a ready-made family, and he shouldn't have got with a woman with a ready-made family. I disagree with that, because we know a lot of times, especially as adults, people have lives before they meet their significant others, So I don't agree with that. If he was fully aware of the fact that she was bringing children into the relationship that wasn't his, and if he was accepting of it, just like he brought a child into the relationship that wasn't hers and she was accepting of it, there's nothing wrong with blended families. So I disagree when people were trying to make remarks as if she was some type of round-the-way girl because she had kids prior to him. People have lives. Everybody not sitting around waiting on their perfect man, okay? Sometimes you got to go through a couple of them before you get to the right one, right? And obviously there are times where there's children born out of those relationships. Those relationships don't last, but the kids, obviously, if you move on to, in life, the kids move on with you. So if you move on to a different man, as long as he's accepting of you, respectful to you and your children, I don't see what the problem is. But, obviously, everybody have a difference of opinion. Well, today there was a video that popped up on Latruth's Instagram. We're going to go ahead and pull that up real quick that I found to be very interesting. We're going to double back and look at one of Brianna's most recent videos. So let me go ahead and present my screen. But he shows up at Brianna's house. So let me go ahead and pull that video up.
Good job. Good shot.
So this is their little girl that they have in common.
Let me see if you like these. There you go. Put it in the goal now. Shoot. Yay! Yay! Oh, you almost made it. You almost made it. Good job. You got it. Go back. Just put it in. Shoot it in the car. Keep shooting in there. Good job. Good job. Almost. 3-2. Almost. Almost. Good job. Yay. Good job. Yay. You get the thing. Roasty. Good job. Almost. Good job. Almost. Good job. Good job.
I got you.
Almost. You getting tired? Good job. Good job. Now do this down here. I want you to bounce it 2 times. 1, 2, and then shoot it in.
Okay.
1, 2, then shoot.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10,
11,
12, 13, 14. When you gonna shoot? Good job. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. Look at me. Look at me. 1, 2, shoot. Good. 1, 2, shoot. 1, 2, shoot. Okay. Bounce 2 times, then shoot. 1, 2, shoot. Good job. 1, 2, shoot. 1, 2, shoot. Do it again. Do it. 1, 2, shoot. There you go. 1, 2, shoot. 2, shoot. Good job. Yay. Here, you did it. Keep practicing. Okay, give me 5. Give me 5. Keep practicing, okay? I'm going to watch you.
Oh no, too short.
Too short. Good shot. Good job. Good job. Shoot. Shoot.
Let's go. Shoot.
Come on. Good shot. Good shot, little girlie. You try to make it. You did. Good shot. Good shots. Good shooting. 1, 2, shoot.
So as you see now, Brianna comes out.
See how great minds think alike.
So as you see, Brianna comes out. I'm assuming they have put things beside them. I mean, obviously for the sake of the children, but he puts in his post, "Today was such a good day with my baby girl. I love you so much, princess." Then Brianna responds and says, "Thanks for apologizing and making things right. Although we have chosen to go our separate ways, I could never hold your child back from you. You are everything to Amaria." I guess that's how you pronounce it. "I wish you nothing but the best. With love, Brianna." So, obviously people had a lot of thoughts and opinions. People like said, you don't have to post everything to show you a good person. That moment is between you and your child, which I thought that was very odd that they, he filmed that. Like that should have been a moment you have other opportunities to film content. The moment between you and your child, father-daughter time should have been just that, father-daughter time. But again, these people are addicted to social media. Everything goes on social media. Even things that don't need to go on social media go on social media. And they put their personal business out here to allow people to be triggered or inclined to, because we know social media, everybody gossip. That's what we're doing right now. We're gossiping about this situation. And obviously they know the gossip helps their pockets, But a lot of people felt triggered by Brianna's videos because there are women who are real DV survivors. Not saying that she's not. Again, I don't know. Unless you are them or you were in the house when that happened. But again, these are people who create content. So you never know what's real and what's not unless you're actually standing in their home or if you were themselves. It's hard to know. But, you get all these people involved and all this is going on. So, even people here, I can't write what I want, but give up the good guy act. And I think Latruth did this because he got so much hate and backlash from this situation. But now, he has to make it right? And Brianna coming out there embracing him, and she almost looked like she didn't really want to hug him like that, but he was able, she was able to sit there and allow him to say whatever he was saying to her in her ear. And she stayed there to listen to it. And then she even walked away smiling, in my opinion, that, again, maybe she's gotten past what happened, but for you to get on the internet and that's why, to get on the internet and put all this out here and put everybody in your business. And then everybody has their opinions. They're going from platform to platform, giving their thoughts and opinions while they're behind the scenes, in my opinion, kissing and making up, but the internet's still mad. That's why, me personally, you can't get emotionally caught up in stuff like this. Like, people are people, and you can't change it. You can't predict it. You can't do anything about it. If you're going to consume it, consume it. But that's why I wasn't so quick to rush to talk about it, because something in my spirit just felt like there was more to the story. Obviously, I don't know what, because I don't know the insides of these people. I'm not relatives of theirs. I'm not friends. I'm just a viewer on social media. But something was just giving me that there's more. Although Brianna put that they're still deciding to go their separate ways. And I really feel like she put that so, she could build her platform more. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously on Facebook, Brianna videos have received well over 1 million views. Well over 1 million views. So this whole situation was very much triggering to the audience, but it was very profitable to them. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Let me get over here to the comments and see what you guys are talking about. Y'all believe it's staged? You got off work, Miss Pettis. I'm sick of these two. Yeah, you know, it can be a lot. He played with the baby for 10 minutes straight. 10 minutes straight, then Brianna comes out and they hug. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we don't know what the conversation was with him and Brianna before he even got there. We don't know how long he was there before they even went outside. Aisha, this is the truth. Now, I understand a lot of you guys are not familiar with these channels or people because, you know, we primarily talk about the moms over here, but y'all got to understand, I don't only watch the moms. And I'm not expecting for y'all to jump in, you know, but if I bring it to you, trust me, I'm bringing it to you for a reason. You might want to get into it just to widen your library of stuff that you're watching, because it's so much on social media. Child, you can't watch everything, but you definitely, some things is interesting to watch just to see how people behave on social media. I'm just a firm believer in what goes on in the house really should stay in the house when it comes to relationship issues and things like that. Because when you start involving everybody in your relationship, people are going to have different perceptions. And a lot of times the influence of the internet can tarnish a relationship. We've seen that happen too. Y'all remember Diara and Ken? Y'all, they were by far one of the most loved couples on YouTube. And then what happened? They fell apart. People were devastated, crushed, you know. Right now, Regine and Armand, they seem like they're doing really well together. And I like what they got going on over there. And I hope it's everlasting for them. But let's be real, y'all. Sometimes love doesn't last forever, right? So I like that they're, you know, seem like to be a growing power couple. On social media, it seems like he's helping her, she's helping him. They're trying to grow platforms together. They're helping other people, friends and family, grow platform, and that's great. But at the end, in the back of my mind, I always got to understand that I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and that's what people got to realize. You never know. Damo and Chrissy, that was another one. People really love Damo and Chrissy, and y'all see what happened with them because we're watching these people. But y'all, when we're not watching these people, they're actually living the real life, right? And things happen to people. Stuff happens to relationships. So that's what I'm talking about. When we get over here and we discuss what's going on social media, a lot of people have said many times in the past that, you know, we bash the moms and we're harassing them. Nobody has ever asked any of these ladies to put their personal business on the internet. They've all done this by choice. Nobody has forced any, Chrissy, Olivia, Jasmine, you know, the moms that we primarily watch over here in the break room. No one has never asked them to put their personal business out there. They chose to do that for financial gain. But when you do that, do understand people are going to have thoughts and opinions. It's going to become a conversation. It's going to become a reaction because people feel some type of way about what you got going on over there. And if you don't want people to have an opinion about what's going on in your life, don't put it out there. It's just that simple. It's not real hard. Not saying that you can't entertain the people, because you can definitely do that. There are a lot of people out here that are entertaining their audiences daily. And if they got personal issues going on in the background, they choose to keep that private and just keep whatever they've been giving the people to entertain them with, they keep that in the forefront. Now, again, I don't know the real ins and outs of what went on with Brianna and Robert the Latruth. I don't know what actually went on with them, but I'm starting to really feel that $30,000 bonus on Facebook was a big influence for them to do what they did. Okay? Because I'm not saying these people have never had an argument. Obviously, couples have arguments. So if those arguments were never put on social media and drug all through, and the whole entire family and friends on both sides of their family jumped on social media to talk about it, why was this argument worth talking about? And she getting, well, him and her both getting well over millions of views on videos. Okay? It's just that simple. Sometimes people grow out of each other. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes people do. Sometimes people do. That's the unfortunate. But it's life. It's just a part of life. You got to learn how to deal with it and move on. It's gonna hurt, but you got to move on. It's called preserving your quality of life. You still have to have a quality of life. Just because the man that you slept with for the last 10 years or the woman you slept with for the last 10 years, you no longer sleeping with them, don't mean you can't meet somebody else later on down the line. It's just called life. It just happens. Let me see. Let me try to get into these comments. I don't know anyone outside of the basics. Apple Pie says, we are not watching these people more than we are watching them. We see them 30 minutes a day and that leaves 23 and a half. We don't see. Remember that. Exactly. Like I said, whenever I talk on my platform, it's always my opinion or an assumption. It's never fact because I don't know the fact, right? Because I'm going off what they're saying or what they're doing. But again, I don't know if these are true statements or true actions because I'm not them. I'm not in their head. So let me go ahead and pull up one more thing for you guys. So the biggest thing with Brianna was she felt like a lot of people did not believe her. The biggest thing with Brianna was she felt like everybody thought she was lying about what she said she was going through. So let me go ahead and pull up her Facebook really quick. So this is a video that she had put out on the 22nd, okay? And she captioned it, "What happens in the dark always comes to light. I have been so speechless these past couple of days because I was regretting coming out and standing in my truth. I am so overwhelmed with the positive messages and inspiration since coming out, sharing my truth. I have been being quiet, thinking this would just end and be over with, and I shouldn't have said anything. To see his family members come out and discuss things they have absolutely no idea about is weird, especially the very two he takes care of. He is, I think she's talking about his brother and sister. He is on both of his sister and brother's pages as admins and makes money off of everything they post. If you go through their timeline, you will see this is the most engagement they've ever had. Even in one of K's videos, he states he has always had my side. K is his brother. Mr. Latruth's brother came out here and talked very, very, very reckless of Brianna. Very reckless. States he has always had my side when he has so-called counseled us. So what does that tell you? I've been real quiet, but K know how about you ask your brother why he's always talking bad about you to me. How do I know that Lacey wants to leave you because she doesn't want to do polygamy and she wants to be the only one? So Mr. Latruth's brother, who has a platform here on YouTube, is in a polygamy style relationship. How do I know that you constantly borrow money from him because you can no longer ask DH for money? And that's Dwight Howard, allegedly. Girl, this is a mess. This, like I said, this turned into a whole shit show. How do I know that you and DH did mushrooms together and did inappropriate things together and your brother second guessed whether or not you were on the down low when you were staying in that man's house? Now, again, I understand Brianna being mad because her brother-in-law is speaking out about her very negatively and nasty. But sis, what did Dwight Howard have to do with this? Allegedly. Well, sis, why did he get drug into this? Okay. Again, we're supposed to be talking about you telling your truth, but then you bringing in the brother. Again, the brother doing what he's doing, that's what he's doing. But your platform was, in my opinion, to talk about your truth of you being in a DV situation and how you're a survivor of that situation and what you're going to do moving forward. But she decided to pull it back and start doing this here, which I felt like was Like she wrote a whole scripture here. So much that I can't even read all of this. Get back over here to my comments. Yeah, this ain't the first allegation. Well, yeah, that's true, Ashley Love, but we don't know if Latruth's brother is the one, you know, again. Too much, yeah, way too much reading, honey. Too much. Okay, that tells you that you don't have a chance up against this family. Get out while you can and keep a hold of your mental state. But in my opinion, y'all, how we know that all these people as a collaborative didn't get together to do all of this? Because again, it's okay to spew certain things out there into the atmosphere if you guys collectively got together to plan all this, you know, because then now Latruth is on Instagram showing videos of him and his daughter having father-daughter time. And then here you come sashaying on the porch talking about he apologized. Well, sis, if he apologized, why haven't you posted that? It's like they take turns putting out content. They just go back and forth, which makes a lot of people believe that maybe some of this was scripted. You know, did they get into an argument? Maybe. Was it bad as we're thinking? Maybe not. Again, we don't know. You know, but this is what people do, you guys. It's for the love of money. People will literally sell their soul, their values, their morals, the ethics. They will sell it all just for the almighty dollar. Let me see who else is in here. Sassy says, as a DV survivor, there's no way I would post on internet to be re-victimized and attack my abuser's family in slander. I hate when people wait until they fall out with someone and air all their business out. Right, Danny? It's just so ridiculous. It's like, what was the point? Like, if you felt that, you know, if you felt that way now, you always felt that way. But again, the Latruths, the husband and the wife, Brianna and Robert, in my opinion, started all this for that, in my opinion, for that financial gain. Even if this is a true situation, they truly got into it. I think at some point they strategically decided to get past it, but still talk about it to gain financial gain off of it. So look, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. This video has been shared over 8,000 times. It's over 53,000 comments of people who are truly survivors of DV. Let's see what else. I mean, just all kind of videos. She also did a post. She took a lie detector test. She was so tired of people saying that she was lying. She went and paid, allegedly, for a lie detector test. So if you are truly feel like that, you like, again, what does it care? Why do you care if the world doesn't believe you? If you truly feel in your heart that what you went through is valid, how many DV survivors are going to get polygraph tests? Like, think about it, y'all. Who is going to get a polygraph test? Who are you proving this to? Who? Like, if we didn't see the test getting administered, how we know you didn't have somebody type that up? That's easy to do. Again, I'm just saying, if there's a signature on it, okay, anybody can sign a piece of paper. We don't know the person who allegedly administers this a polygraph test to you. We don't know what their signature looks like. I think these people are definitely victims of the almighty dollar, okay? So 4 days ago, she wrote a post. She said, to my cyber family, I'm writing this statement because I know that you all have been very concerned with my well-being. I'm not the best at expressing my emotions on live, especially with all that has been going on. First of all, I want you all to know that I am not a liar and never have been. Unlike Robert, I am actually trying to heal from this and figure out what my next chapter in life will be. For all the women who are writing to me offering support, I appreciate you. And for those of you who have written me telling me that you have or are currently going through domestic abuse, I encourage you to leave. God does not condone abuse of any kind. I am continuing to talk to God and have allowed him to take my wheel. My sister posted a video yesterday on my YouTube channel because she is here with me and we know how much you all love and care about me. Right now, it's hard because it hurts to face all this, but I can no longer live a lie. How can I promote self-love and allow someone to mentally, emotionally, and physically abuse me? This is not loving yourself. I understand God gave me a purpose and I am praying for him to reveal that purpose to me. I have to be strong for my kids and for all of my fans who support me. This is why I will be releasing a video on my YouTube channel and other platforms to prove that I am not a liar. I am only going to address this once. An honest person doesn't have to make a video after video after video with different stories. The truth will always remain the same. I have a brand and my kids' futures to protect, and I will not let Robert tear me down over lies. Enough is enough. You will be hearing from me soon. But that's the thing. You're right. An honest person does not have to do video after video after video. But hence, that's what she's done. If she wasn't doing the videos, it was family members of hers doing videos. And then, the honest person went and got a polygraph test. Again, like I'm saying, it was too much trying to prove to the audience that you're telling the truth. Why prove that to the audience that you're telling the truth? And if it's all that, have the authorities been called? If you truly feel like you were a victim of DV, have the authorities been called? Like in none of these videos have I heard anybody say that if you were truly hurt, this man broke your finger, he caused harm to you, why weren't the authorities called? I haven't heard that mentioned yet. DV isn't easy just to up and leave. But from my understanding, she's been going through this for a while. And based off what she's saying, she's just now having the courage. Again, I don't know. Like I said, Robert, Mr. Latruth, they do have arrogant behaviors. Robert does definitely have an arrogant behavior. One moment, please. And I'm not saying that she needs to handle her situation whatever way she needs to handle it as a woman. But, we can't also think that if she's experienced some type of abuse, maybe he was too. Maybe he really felt like she wasn't being attentive. Again, when you are, y'all got to understand too, these people are always around each other. They do content for a living. It's not like they go off to work for 8-9 hours of the day and come home. Like they're essentially always around each other because they create content together. Now, I do understand that, right, the DV survivors don't always call the cops pineapples. However, the DV survivor also don't always get on social media and tell the world what's going on too. Before I would get on here and tell the world, I'm gonna tell the laws. That's just my opinion. The drama definitely does sell tickets. That's true. Everybody was making videos. It was just so much. It was too much to consume. I couldn't even get to all the videos because after a while, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, it was too overwhelming for me, and I couldn't watch it anymore. I had to disconnect from it because I was like, oh my God, you people are just saying too much. It's easier when you have resources. Yes, and she definitely does have resources. We know that. Brianna does say she has resources. She definitely appears to have a very supportive family. She definitely does have a supportive family. And, but you know what, to be honest with you, Faith Above Fear, you said she's a public figure. I couldn't imagine 1 million plus people calling me a liar. But you know what? In all fairness, she was getting smoked and he was getting smoked too. for the most part, the comments that I was seeing, a lot of people felt like it was a skit because they do skits for a living. Again, that's why me personally, Brianna or Robert, neither one of them should have put their personal business on the internet, especially because they have children that's involved in this situation. To protect the peace of the family, they should have handled all that behind the scenes. But when you are driven and you know drama sells, then you put the drama out there. I would really like to be a fly on the wall to figure out how did they both come to the conclusion that they need to put this very private matter on a public platform. To have millions of people to have thoughts and opinions. Y'all just seen on that Facebook post on one video, she had over 53,000 comments. 53,000 comments. There are a lot of men and women, not just women. Women are not the only one that experience DV. Men do too. So there's a lot of men and women that probably was very triggered behind her post. Now, if like you just seen on that Instagram video that he uploaded, if he's at the point now, or if they're at the point where she said he apologized, that they're willing to forgive and move on so they can co-parent effectively, that's great. Because you don't want a messy situation, especially because there's kids involved. But you got to think about all these people that you have influenced, all these people you have touched. Y'all might be moving on, meaning the Latruth might be moving on, but there are people still currently dealing with their DV situations and they can't move on. So that's why I'm like, I just really feel like you should have a level of responsibility, and some things you just shouldn't put out on the internet because you don't know how that affects somebody. You know, that's just my opinion. But I could definitely be wrong. So, AK said it's a little unreasonable to expect a DV victim to act in a reasonable manner. Well, you know, I mean, AK, I understand what you're saying, but these circumstances are a little different. These people who have very large platforms, right? So at some point, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect for these people who already know how social media work to act reasonable. I don't feel like if it's somebody who doesn't do social media or has social media not don't have a large following, then obviously they would come to social media because they just want to talk, they just want some help, you know. I definitely feel like Brianna and Robert both have enough people around them that could have helped them independently, privately, behind the scenes, you know, because now you put your personal business involved in your professional business. Now you're making people feel very conflicted. I personally don't think that made good business sense, because now you got people taking sides. Because you got to remember, I started watching them as a collective. Now that we see this, it makes you feel divided. You because you want to support, but obviously there are going to be some people that feel like if I support Robert and I like Brianna, I feel like I'm betraying Brianna. But if I support Brianna and I like Robert, now I feel like I'm betraying Robert. You know, they're making the people to decide about personal situations that the people should not be involved in. That's just my personal opinion. Awareness isn't necessarily a big thing. I believe they did this current video to fix it on the business side. That could be definitely true, Miss Page. I think so too, because like I said, both of them was getting a lot of heat. Not just Robert, not just her. They both as a collective was getting a lot of heat behind this. It is the DV Awareness Month. It definitely is DV Awareness Month. And like I said, I couldn't find that post where he had said that this was DV Awareness Month. And And then all of a sudden, then all the stuff about Brianna and him started coming out. I couldn't find that original post. I seen it on somebody's page, but I couldn't remember where I saw it. So I don't have that video to bring to you guys. But like I said, if you guys want to continue to go down the rabbit hole of this situation, you definitely are free to do it. It definitely is a lot of twists and turns to it. Some of the videos are very long. They're videos. I said what I said. You said, was it all a lie? I'm just now coming in. It's still up for discussion. I said what I said, sis. It's still up for discussion. If you pull me back, you'll see a video that Robert just uploaded 15 hours ago where he went to go visit his daughter at wherever Brianna is living. And wherever Brianna is living, and he was spending time with his daughter. And then Brianna comes out onto the back porch and they have an embrace. They embrace each other. And she put a reply to his post of the actual post, a comment where she said that he apologized for everything. So again, you can watch the video. It's not long. It's about 7-8 minutes. It's then the beginning of this live. If the Jacksons of Atlanta can fake a third pregnancy with twins where one baby died, nothing is surprising to me. Exactly. And they've yet to talk about that. But I told you guys, the Jacksons of Atlanta are not going to revisit that conversation until December, which is Vlogmas, which is by far the most lucrative month on YouTube. That's when they're going to revisit that conversation. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Okay. All right. So I think I got caught up with all you guys' comments. So again, if you're catching this in the replay and you have thoughts and opinions about it, just let us know in the comments. Like I said, I'm just a firm believer, you guys. You got to take a lot of what you see on the internet with a grain of salt. I'm not saying don't watch it, don't have an opinion, don't have some criticisms, some comments, judgments, whatever you want to have. You definitely can do that. But a lot of these people who call themselves content creators and creating content, you just got to realize the real from the fake. And in my opinion, you can't get overly consumed in what other people got going on in their lives. You can watch it, you can talk about it, but I personally don't feel like you should get really emotional about it, because again, these people are moving on, right? You just seen the post. They embraced each other. She said he apologized. He over there visiting the baby. And they're moving on, right? Now, how they're moving on, I guess as time go on, we'll figure this out. No one really knows, but they're definitely moving on. You can't believe everything you see. All right, Miss Pettis. Okay, so y'all, we're going to move on, okay? We're going to move on from that conversation, and we're going to go to our next conversation, which is our Kendra G reaction. Thank you, LaToya. Thank you so much. All right, so let's pull up this next video, which is the Kendra G reaction. Okay. Before I do that, let me show you guys something else before I do that. So right here. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a most recent video of Kendra G's where a young man came on here to find him a significant other? Okay. Do you guys feel like he is attractive? Like when you look at this man, what is your first impression? Anybody? Okay. We'll let's go ahead and get with the video. What's up, Lady B? Let's go ahead and get with the video and we'll figure out what you guys think. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull that video up. Make sure you guys clock into the live by hitting the like button for me.
Yes, man.
Azad, where you calling me from?
Philadelphia.
Philly's in the building. How old are you?
34.
34. What you do for a living?
I am an entrepreneur and I'm about to be a CEO.
You about to be a what, honey?
A CEO.
A CEO. All right.
Yes.
So Azad, when's your birthday or zodiac sign?
March 30th. I'm an Aries.
He's an Aries. You have any children?
Biologically, no.
Was you once married?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. What was wrong with being married?
It's not wrong being married. It's just the person I married.
Ooh, child. How long was you married for?
Unfortunately, 7 years too long.
Okay, you gotta tell me why this was such a horrible marriage.
Because my ex-wife was for everybody except for me.
How'd you find out she was cheating on you?
Some people are real loyal to me, and they might have told me, like, bro, your wife is in my DMs, and sent me screenshots.
And she wasn't having sex with you?
Yeah. And try to have sex with everybody else.
So did she ever explain herself why she was doing that?
No, she just for the streets and not for me.
And when did you say you were married for 7 years, so when did you find all this out?
Within 48 hours of being married.
Then why'd you stay with her for 7 years?
She put me through hell trying to get a divorce for 7 years.
So
I stayed with her we lasted 9 days.
So you had a happy 9 days, and then you wanted a divorce, and it took 7 years? You could have got an annulment if you got married in 9 days.
They said that nothing met the criteria for an annulment, so I was stuck.
I don't know if I think you're not telling the full story.
Well,
I'm saying this. Maybe you wasn't as ready to leave as you're saying you were. Because if you were really ready to leave after 9 days.
He looks very young. Was he? I mean, it doesn't even sound like he's very experienced with having relationships. Talking about y'all was married for 9 days, and then it took you 7 years to get a divorce, and y'all was only married for 9 days. Why you just didn't get an annulment?
And you're gonna stay in the marriage for 7 more years?
What it come down to, when I wanted to get a divorce, she would block me. And in a nutshell, if she didn't get her way, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna block you.
Block you how?
Social media, phones, everything.
Y'all wasn't living together? What do you mean she's blocking you?
I left.
Wait, okay, you gotta explain this. So you got married
got married. I thought the grass was green on the other side. I'm gonna keep it 100. Since you really want to know the truth, I married the side chick that slid in my DMs. After a year. Can't make this up.
So you had a main girlfriend, and then you started cheating on her with a girl that came in your DMs.
I wasn't necessarily cheating. We went through some stuff, and I thought the grass was green on the other side because I had an older woman, and that grass was brown. Brown. Set the grass on fire, brown.
And the side chick was younger?
Older.
Oh,
like
the side
12
chick
years
was
older.
older.
Why does he keep making all these facial expressions? He's irritating me with all these facial expressions. It's kind of weird. Look at his hands. Why does his hands look like that?
Okay, so you got with her, and then tell me what happened. How'd y'all get married?
I told her I wasn't with the whole sitting there playing back and forth. I was ready to settle down and have a family. And she went with it and it didn't happen.
And then you got married, and then tell me like the moment you found out she wasn't loyal and when you wanted to leave.
I found out she wasn't loyal, and then I confronted her on it, and she hit me with that, I swear to God on my dead dad, it's not true. But when you got the proof in black and white, I mean, you can't swear on a dead person, right?
Well, some people don't take it serious, so it is what it is. Well, let me get to the part of the story where I'm confused. So
it's the comments for me talking about the wife in the room. The wife's not in the room. The wife is in a whole other state. Leave her there.
What?
The comments say the wife is in the room. I'm capping. My wife is in another state.
Do he have a lisp? Lord.
Okay, so you guys separated when after you got married?
9 days later.
So after being married for 9 days, y'all got separated. And then you were still legally married.
Was legally married to her, unfortunately, yeah.
So when you left after 9 days, y'all never lived together again throughout 7 years?
No. Not one time.
Not one time. So when was the last time you had sex with your wife?
May 2016.
I don't know. Somebody do the math and let me know. What
May
year did you get married?
22nd, 2016. I got married June 2015.
I got a question for y'all. How many of y'all men are that good with dates? Men can very rarely follow honey-do lists. Now you sit up here, you got the date, the 2016 May 4th at 7:17 a.m. Why are we going through the timeline? Now, we do understand you said you was married for 9 days and separated for 7 damn years. Well, if you were separated for 7 years, how did you end up creeping with a few years before the marriage was even dissolved? Oh, this is weird. Let's continue.
Okay, so the following year you guys hooked up again.
It was just let me pull up right quick because she hit my phone and she called me at a vulnerable time and it never happened again.
Okay. So, child. So now, when did you get legally divorced?
This month, and I'm happy. I hate her.
You just got legally divorced this month. Some people in the comments are saying, "Do you think you need time to heal?"
Do I think I need time to heal? No, considering we were separated for so long, what I need to heal from?
Okay, but you consider now. Let me ask you this: the reason we even got
Who is the person in the background?
here is because you said you didn't have any biological kids, so you still have a bond with her children.
I did, but she told me I'm no longer allowed to have a bond with my 21-year-old stepson.
Well, he's 21. Why would you need to?
You don't have any biological children, but you was married to a woman that has a 21-year-old son. You don't have any children. We definitely know that you like to do the funky coma. But I want to know what's wrong with your hands. Why do they look swole over there? What's going on?
To go through her.
Exactly. But he don't want to go against his mom, which is understandable. That's your mom. I'm not going to go for you to go against it. I mean, if he hit my phone, I'd still be there. But
I don't think you're as over this situation as you may think.
You'd be surprised. I've been over a situation that's a restraining order, the whole 9 type of, I'm done with it. Yeah.
Why do you have a restraining order? Why was that necessary?
Because she's weird and she harasses me for no reason.
Okay.
And I asked her Icy to leave me alone, and she like, oh, block me. I'm still gonna bother you.
So wait a minute. So you want us to believe that you got the magic stick over there? The women just can't leave you alone. You got to go get restraining orders. They folks stalking you, and but you won't hear you got divorced this month, but you won't hear the same month looking to start it all over again. Like in between the time that you were separated for 7 years, you couldn't find nobody. You couldn't find anyone. Okay, sir.
We have over 9,000 people in the building. Shout out to over 9,000 people. Assad, I am so confused, but let me try to figure this out. So now you're officially divorced. This is Assad Philly, 34, Aries, entrepreneur, and you have no biological kids. What kind of woman are you looking for now, baby?
What kind of woman am I looking for? Somebody that's established, that's not going to be for the streets and be for me. And she got to have her own everything.
She got to have her own everything? Okay. Can she have kids?
Absolutely. I love kids.
Do you want any biological children of your own?
No, I'm fine with playing the stepdad role.
Okay. Does she have
What was the long pause when you were asked, did you want any children? What did you have to think about? If you don't have any by now, we would just assume that you would know if you do or don't. There wouldn't have been a very long pause. And then you say you cool with being a stepdaddy? You're young. You don't want a child of your own to carry on your namesake? None? Okay. I mean, okay. All right.
You have to look a certain way.
Nah. I'm not picky on looks.
Okay. Does she have to make a certain amount of money?
Wait, what? You're not picky on looks. What does that mean? What man or woman is not picky about looks? What, you want a whole Chewbacca? What you mean? What man is not telling us? Y'all, every man that we have seen on Kendra G show told us if he wanted him short, tall, big, small, long hair, real hair, nails, no nails, eyelashes, no eyelashes. Child, honey, they didn't gave us a whole rundown of the type of woman they want. Make sure she got good hygiene. He says he has nothing. He don't care. He don't care if you Blackanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Mexican, Hawaiian. He just want a woman. That's it.
As long as she making her own money and can take care of herself without me, absolutely, she's fine with me.
Okay. This is a side Philly, 34 Aries entrepreneur CEO, no biological children. Okay. It's a lot.
Right.
Hey, Miss Davis.
Oh, they said who's the baby or the child they hear in the background?
Oh, the little person they see in the background, that's my nephew.
It's her nephew. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the Kendra can.
Oh man, she said let's do the Kendra can. Oh my poodle. Oh my God.
Get over here.
Oh my poodle.
What is going on?
I'm not.
It's outside. Uncle won't fight you.
We can't see you, bro. Who is it?
Yeah, come down. Oh, there you go.
But we can't see him. You gotta put the camera on here. Put the camera right there.
By the Christmas tree right now.
This is the worst camera person, child.
By the Christmas tree.
Don't let them All right, bring the camera down, babe. Yo, keep going. Okay.
What is this? What is this pose? What is going on here? And first and foremost, why the hell is the damn Christmas tree up and Halloween ain't even got here yet? Why is there a Christmas tree up in October? No offense to the ones in the chat that do got their Christmas tree up. I'm just trying to figure out, child, why are we rushing Christmas? So why are you posed like that? This is not a photo. This is a camera opportunity. A camera. Why is your head cocked like that? What is going on over there? Why is that shirt so big? What are you hiding? This is weird. I'm getting very weird vibes.
Okay, so we see you. We see you. Like, get the phone back. Get the phone back.
Right. Get the phone back. My camera people is terrible. I'm gonna get me some new ones.
Okay, Jesse.
All right, Hassan, back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, back to you. All right, what was your last relationship? Were you dating while you were separated?
Don't say it's the baby who.
Yeah, I did date while I was separated.
Okay, so you hear the baby in the background. So when was your last relationship?
No, I said,
My
Kendra,
last
this is a
relationship
woman.
was like a year ago, give or take.
Say again, baby.
My last
Born in
relationship was
Honeycell.
like a year ago.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
If you want to be completely honest, this morning.
This morning, who's this girl?
Oh my God. This morning? You at least wash up after? Are those the same clothes that you put on after you did the funky comodino over there? Are those the same clothes, or did you at least take a shower and change? My God. This morning.
One of my favorite exes, we like real cool. Like I don't trust everybody, so it's like one person at a time. So if I ever catch something, I know who to kill, that type of thing.
Is she an option for long term?
Is she an option for long term? We want to be completely honest. Yeah, only if somebody will be in a poly relationship, but it gotta be a female.
What happened?
I said she will only be an option if I can have another girlfriend that'll be in a poly relationship. Otherwise,
So if
no.
you can have 2 girlfriends, you want to have 2 girls.
Absolutely.
Tell me why you need 2 women.
Why I need to? Because I've come to realize that a lot of women actually like women, but they like men at the same time. So you got the best of both worlds. That's fine.
Okay, so you'll be in a relationship. Now, does this?
Wait, what? You found out a lot of women like women? Where did you find that out at? Now, there are women who do like women, but where did you do this poll? Can you show it to us? Who did you poll? Everybody in this apartment complex? Oh, boy.
Let's go for any woman, period. She has to be open to you having another girlfriend.
I mean, they got to be girlfriends with each other. I'm just.
Oh, so you want her to be a lesbian?
I mean, she don't necessarily got to be a lesbian, but because not every
Because
female likes to be a lesbian.
because we're down this road, they're telling me to ask you this question, and I hope it's not inappropriate. But
You can't offend me with nothing.
Huh?
I said you can't ask me anything inappropriate or offend me. Go for it.
Was you born a man with a penis?
Absolutely was not.
What? Cricket, cricket, cricket. Where you at? Cricket said he tired of YouTube. Cricket said he retired after 2022. Okay. Nurse KP said, ding, 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 ding. What you say your name was again? Ashad, Ahid. So you weren't born a man. So you've been on here 10 minutes. What's up, Shannon? You've been on here 10 damn minutes. When was you gonna tell some motherfucking body? Sir. When was you gonna tell somebody? I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't tell. When I saw this video, I said, wait, what? It blew my mind. I didn't, how did people pick up on that? SBC, you knew it? How? I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't pay attention. I wasn't. What, right, Nisha? He fooled me. Looked like a man to me. Now, maybe if I was in person, I probably. Y'all, so what's wrong with me, y'all? Is the facial hair for you, Yana? Ariana, you knew? You said the voice? The voice didn't give it to me. It's the voice? The voice, Greenheart, you say, okay, so all y'all, so now y'all want to make me dumb. So I'm the dummy. You spoke like a woman and not a man. Divulge too much info. Men don't speak like that. They don't, Marsweeta, but I was just like, I'm so used to seeing, it was the hand movements for you, Kendall. I'm just so used to these people spilling their guts on YouTube, y'all. I didn't pay no attention. I want to go home now. I don't want to be here anymore. What's up, Baebay? Planet Mimi says, since it's the hormones for me, I want to go home.
You was born a woman? I would have never known. Oh my God. When was you going to tell me?
I was going to.
How do you have a
I'm not
beard?
ashamed of it. Yeah, I do have a beard. I have a beard. I got a
How
flat
do you
chest,
have a
everything.
beard?
I always had facial hair, but as I transitioned, it just came out more.
So you was born a woman with a vagina.
Absolutely.
Do you still have a vagina?
No, man.
Well, okay, when was you gonna tell me this important part?
I was getting to that important part because that's
We're
the
at
best
the end.
part.
I'm about to say goodbye like 5 times.
No, y'all, I'm gonna be very. I'm serious now. Me personally, like at this point, you need to start asking people for birth certificates. Okay, it used to be we just need to get the license plate number and ID. Now we need birth certificates. Okay, because this, I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't tell. Typically, you could pick up. I know y'all saying it's the hands. Y'all saying it was the voice. I just thought he was a young guy. Now when he stood up and the emphasis on the fact that he was some type of woman magnet was kind of off-putting to me, but I just thought he was being arrogant. But no, sir. You do not come to a public platform and wait 10 minutes into a 15-minute conversation and the people in the chat had to ask you, were you born a woman? Now I can, from this freeze frame right here, it does give me some type of female qualities in the features of the face, but he got some damn good ass hormones. Now he said he doesn't have his female part anymore. He has his male part. We do know that can happen. If you got enough money, you can get it done, or good insurance or whatever. I don't even know if insurance paid for that. I've never had to look into that, so I don't know. But I just really feel like people are playing a dangerous game. You need to be very upfront and honest with who. I don't even know how to say it because I'm not trying to offend anyone. I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be gay, right? That definitely is a conversation that, like this person said a few minutes ago, that he's realized that a lot of women like women. Well, I'm a woman that does not like women. No disrespect to the ones who do, but I don't. So if I was in the dating phase, if I was available to date, I'm not. But if I was, and I came across him, and I found out 15, 20 minutes into a conversation that you were born a woman, I would feel some type of way because that's not what I'm looking for. Regardless if you have your male part, but what if I wanted a baby? You can't give me that. So I'm not saying live your life however what makes you feel comfortable and happy. But I just feel like you have a level of responsibility to if you're out here dating, to let people know what your situation is before it goes too far. That's just my opinion.
Right, it's a chemistry. Right. No, I'm going to tell you because that's the best part. I tell everybody I'm not ashamed of who I am, who I was born, not nothing.
You don't have to be ashamed, and that's fine. But I had no idea. And literally, if the people in the comments weren't pressing me to ask you.
No, I would have said it without them asking.
Hold on a second. I'm about to kiss. Hold on. Patrice, first of all, I don't got to act like shit. Patrice says, stop acting surprised. If I'm acting surprised, it's because I am surprised. I'm not a goddamn actress. I mean,
you don't got to explain yourself.
So, hold on a second. So,
yeah, but that's true. Like I was surprised, y'all. I mean, look, some people don't pick. I was one who did pick up on it. I didn't realize that. And I was like, my mouth was literally wide open. I was sitting up here like, wait, what? And I felt tricked. Because I'm thinking you're a man. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, he's looking for somebody. He had some troubles with the past relationship. Hopefully he can find somebody that, and still, hopefully you do find somebody. But I just really feel like I didn't realize this is going on out here. Like, people need to be upfront and honest. Halloween is not every day of the year. It's only one day of the year. You need to tell people what's going on with you. You need to be just like if you're very confident to live the way you're living, then be confident with the people that approach you, especially in in this type of matter. If you're out dating and stuff, people need to know that, because some women may not want to do that. That's probably not something they want to do for whatever the reasons are. And those are their reasons. They don't got to explain.
don't tell me to not act surprised. If I'm surprised, excuse me, I'm surprised.
Somebody said this is the best soap
Plain
opera
skill.
show I've ever seen.
Shoot. But I am shocked. So I want to probably start, y'all gotta start telling me in the beginning, because it's very uncomfortable to ask that question, because let's just say you was born with a penis. You would be so offended. But I had no idea. I don't know what you was gonna tell me.
Oh no, I'm never offended. It's absolutely nothing. These comments that I'm reading is actually pretty funny, and they can't even offend me.
So now I got another question about your marriage. Did your ex-wife cheat on you with a man?
No, ma'am.
It was with women.
All the women.
All the women.
I did find out that she slept with one of my brothers before we started dealing with each other, though.
She slept with one of your brothers?
Actually, it was two of them. They was identical twins, but I mean, that's on her.
Ooh, child.
Right.
Okay. Are you telling me the truth?
I have no reason to lie to you.
It's the truth.
You want me to get the Bible? I'll put my right hand. That's my little brother on the wall behind me. He passed away. I can put it on my brother if you want. I don't got to lie.
And this is something else. Once he exposed that he was born a female, I started to pick up on the feminine ways, like the gossiping. Men typically don't talk like this. They don't tell all their business. Some do, some don't. I personally feel like the ones that do, they don't have good sense, right? It'd be the crazy ones. But real men, they don't get on here and tell all their business. You ask a question, they may answer it, right? And men typically like to lie. This person was too truthful with everything, which also gave me, after I started thinking about it, I started picking up on, like, women, we typically like to be very truthful, right? Men like to be deceptive at times. Women are deceptive too, but, generally men like, they like to play. This person was too upfront with everything. Just wanted to tell all the business real quick. 3 minutes into the video, you telling all the business, which something females typically do.
I don't want you to do that. You don't got to do all that. All right. So why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Why would a woman be lucky to be with me? Because I am very faithful and I commit, and I'm a loving person until you rub me the wrong way. But I mean, that's every area, right?
Yeah. 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 I'm just still, yeah. I guess, okay.
You in shock, and my inbox is jumping right now.
So let me ask you this. Do you want to be with a woman that's a lesbian or a woman that's straight?
I prefer a straight woman, but I mean, I'm not opposed to lesbian women.
Okay.
Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused. Why do you prefer a straight woman, but you not opposed to bisexual women? It doesn't make sense. Let me shout out this super chat. Miss RJ, thank you so much for the super chat. You said here listening, but in a webinar, and I had to mute myself. Because I'm over here laughing and shocked. TMR, please spare Cricket. He gonna be wore out before 12/6. Exactly, sis. Thank you so much for the super chat. You said, well, that's crazy because I didn't think he was going to looking as a man, but even worse, he is a female. Damn, dude. I mean, sis. Well, in all due respect, I guess we gonna have to keep with dude because he's went through the transformation. He's paid for things, so if she gets with you, then she won't be straight. Yeah, that's true, Modacious. Is that how that works, though? Because anatomically, he's changed to a man, but are you saying like, oh my God, this is definitely very interesting. I'm gonna say that it's very interesting. Maybe he knows lesbian women are likely to only be attracted to cisgender women. Okay. I just didn't know straight woman wants that. Telly said no straight woman wants that. Yeah, no straight woman would want that. So you would prefer a straight, like, why would you prefer a straight woman? Because a straight woman wants a man, not a woman who's transition into a man. So me personally, he would be better off dealing with bisexual, I would think. Yeah, he's paid for things. Yeah, I don't like how he was very dishonest coming on this platform, because we've seen, watching Kendra G's reactions, we have seen women and men who within the first 2 minutes tell you exactly what they're looking for. If a man come on here and he wants a man, he lets you know that in the first couple minutes. If a woman comes on here and wants a woman, she lets you know that in the first couple of minutes. I mean, maybe it's not the world's business to know that you transition. However, you're trying to meet somebody from the world. You came on a public platform to meet a significant other. So I feel like that information should have been divulged in the very beginning of this conversation. Because although he bragged that his DMs are jumping, there's probably a lot of women, straight women, that went into that DM prior to knowing this situation, right? And then now there's going to be a lot of women that's going to have to rescind those DMs because that's not what they're looking for if you're a straight woman. I don't get it, but let's finish. We got a few more minutes, y'all.
And I'm not against bisexual women.
Okay, and you said you got the facial hair because when you started changing your hormones?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was longer than this, but I cut it every so often.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, aside Philly, does woman gotta be in Philly?
Nah, she don't gotta be in Philly.
What's the age range you would date?
I'm not going lower than 27, and I mean, I don't really mind an older woman. So I say like 27 or like 40, 45.
27 to 45. No biological kids, is an Aries entrepreneur, CEO in Philly. Aside, give them your Facebook page, baby.
It's my name, Azad. Last name is hyphenated Moritary. A lot of people already found my Facebook because they already in my inbox.
They're already in your inbox. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, keep me posted how it goes, honey.
I will do.
Bye, baby.
It was him hanging out over there with the sisters for me. Okay, I mean, you look, y'all. My personal opinion with this is people need to be upfront and truthful. There's a lot going on, right, Ariana? Who chat? Okay, there's a lot going on in the world. Again, people can live their truth. People can live however they want to live. But I just feel like, again, you have a level of responsibility when you start dating the public, right? Or start putting yourself in a position to date publicly, right? You need to be honest. Because me personally, I don't care if you have transition to man. That's not something I want. No disrespect to the people who choose to live that life. None at all. Because you can, but I have the right to say what I'm attracted to and what I'm not attracted to. Because if I tell you I'm not attracted to something like that, I don't want to do that. That's no dig on what you decided to do with your life, right? That's just saying I'm not attracted to that. I don't want that. You need to take some PT personally. So you want to, yeah, Telly, I think you have been a member of the break room for over a year. I think you can use your FMLA. Okay. Yeah. So I think you can use your FMLA. Kiana says, this is how violence happened in the Black community. If he can talk about this on a live platform, then he needs to tell women his identity. It's unfair to the women he's dating to be more forthcoming. Exactly. I feel like it's very reckless, and it's not being responsible to even play like that. Like, you changing your female parts to male parts, it took a lot of, you had to go through therapy, counseling, you had to go through a lot in order to do that. So I would think you got FMLA. Kelly J, I think you do got, I think you've been here a year. Yeah, you got some FMLA. Okay. Everybody don't start doing what Telly did, because I need y'all to show up. Telly said it. I get 2 more people could take FMLA. We cut it off at 4 people. Okay. That's how they get beat. I just really feel like you should have a level of responsibility. So y'all, I'm just saying, for you ladies that's out here dating, okay, you better take heed. At this point, Family Medical Leave Act, Marsweeta, Family Medical Leave Act. It's a way to take time off of work and still protect your job. but you have to be with that company for a year in order. It's through the federal government. It's a way to take leave and have your job protected. You could take, I think it's up to 3 months. Dallas, you been here 3 years. Oh yeah, you definitely got your FMLA, honey. Now y'all know y'all can't take any more. Y'all seen my post on the community tab, okay? Miss RJ said I need some FMLA, sis, because that was a lot. Oh, sis said this too much. This dating scene is getting out of hand for sure. Lord help Kiana. My God, it's so much. Like everybody is just all over the place. It's not like it used to be. It definitely is not. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I was not married, I would definitely be single. There is no doubt that I would be single, honey, and not ready to mingle. It's too much going on out here. I don't like it. She said it's going to be a lot of folks calling off tomorrow. Exactly. I need to pick up some hours before the holidays. Is there a union? No, we're non-union over here, sis. T-Mark, I need to see a counselor after this. This is their employee assistance program. There definitely is an employee assistance. There is an EAP program. It definitely is. And you are more than welcome to reach out to HR to see how you can utilize the EAP program. I mean, y'all, look. This is the world that we live in. We can't run from it. Where are we going? Okay. We have EAP here. Yes, we do have the employee assistance program because we go through a lot watching these videos. Okay. So I had to incorporate the EAP. It's free. Okay. It is a benefit of yours if you are an employee of the break room. It definitely is a free benefit and you can utilize it at any time. Okay. A lot of times I got to go call the EAP line when I get off these live streams. Good boy. Okay. Me too, TMI. I'm glad I'm married. I have to tell my kids to check the person out they are dating. Goodness. Yes, exactly. Because I'm telling you, honey, with modern technology, medicine, makeup, and wigs, child, you don't know what the hell going on. Okay? You just don't know. You get the free EAP session. Yes, exactly, Marsweeta. So, y'all, I'm just I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like how he was not forthcoming with the information in the beginning of the video. And it took Kendra would have never asked the question because she was just like me. I didn't realize it. Now, maybe if I would have saw him in person, I probably could have picked up on some of their characteristics or their mannerisms. That's the word I want to use, mannerisms. But it still was just I don't know. I'm just going to stay in the house and watch TV. Damn dating. It ain't safe. Right, Miss TL? Get your stay in the house, sis. EAP and work life for you, boo, covered. I know that's right. I don't know, y'all. It's just hard out here. A lot of people on Kendra Show are not honest. No, and that's what happens when when you're dating. There's a lot of dishonest people out here when it comes to dating. And I just really feel like people have a level of responsibility to be very forthcoming with what they like. And even if you're a straight woman or a straight man, if you're not wanting to be in a serious relationship, you need to be truthful. You need to tell people what you're looking for upon meeting them. Like, let's quit all the BS. Let's get the BS out right in the beginning. If you just want to screw, then you need to say that in the beginning. Hey, my name's Tasha. I just want to lay up. That's it. I don't want no commitment. I just try. Okay, people will respect that. Don't get into relationships acting like you just want to be with somebody forever and you just want to sleep with them for 15, 20 minutes. You need to be honest and forthcoming. Someone did that the other day too. It was a truck driver. Oh, really? Huh, I didn't see that one. I definitely did. Hey, live, laugh, and love. So I don't know, y'all. It was definitely different. That was one of the weirdest Kendra G episodes I've seen because I was shocked. I had no idea that was that man was born a woman. And I'm going to respect him and use the proper pronoun because he said that he has transitioned all the way. That's what he said. I don't know that to be true because I haven't found out. So I'm going to go ahead and respect the proper pronoun to use. He said regardless if he was born a woman, I'm sure his ID has changed. He said he's changed some body parts and things of that nature. No, I did not see the bisexual pastor, my lord, Miss Williams. There's a bisexual pastor. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see that, sis. Like I told you, I have to protect my peace on the internet, and I can't. Yeah. No. If her wife got with another woman, she had to tell her she was a trans man. If her wife got with another woman, she had to tell her she was a trans man. I don't know what you mean, Kiana. Reese Coco says, "Sis, I'm worried for my children." Well, just Reese, you just have to teach your children to use a level of discernment, right? I tell my boys to be careful because a lot of these young girls, they 17, 16, they look like they're 21. Y'all, you walk into a high school and you be thinking, is everybody a teacher? Because the students look like the teachers. And these kids be 15, 16, 17 years old. They look older than me. I mean, they come to school with heels on, makeup, full weave down to their butt, So I tell my boys, y'all be very careful. When a chick tell you how old she is, tell her, let me see your ID. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You have to protect yourself, I was one when I was young. I didn't lie about my age. If somebody asked me how old I was, I told them exactly how old I was. I didn't play that line about my age. I just didn't do it. I wasn't that clever. But we know there are people out here that do that, and so folks get caught up. So playing the music with her girl, I started busting out laughing. Yeah, it was definitely a lot to see. She had to let her wife know she transitioned from a woman to a man. Well, yeah, and I think. Well, I'm not going to say that. I think maybe the wife did know. I think maybe the wife did know. Is Kendra G on YouTube? Yes, I'm telling you, she is definitely on YouTube now. I think Kendra has over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Y'all know we definitely hit those reactions up over here. There are a couple of more that I want to go look at. I just haven't brought them to the break room because like I said, y'all, we've been going so much with Olivia. I know Olivia went live, maybe it was yesterday again. And then I still haven't reacted to her 2-hour live that she did the other day. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't even know if I'm going to have the stamina for that one. Because Olivia is definitely, she's definitely a very complex woman. Jasmine put out a video, something about she went shopping. And I said, well, girl, good. That's great. So I haven't been over there to check that out, but I will try to get over there to see that video. And maybe we'll do something tomorrow, or maybe I'll come back later on this evening. I'm not really sure, you guys. Yeah, it is. It's very draining, but it's okay, you guys. Most of us are not even watching television anymore. We're just watching what's going on social media. So we take it in bits and parts, I try to give you guys longer lives, because like I told you, I can't come on every day. So, I might try to come back tonight. And then again, I don't know. But, I don't know. I don't know. But we definitely need to plan for our party for 12/6. That definitely is a celebration for us over here. Y'all know we started the whole little 12/6 thing. And I put a post on my community tab. And it was nothing, it was just to be funny, you guys. It was just to let y'all know good morning. Hope y'all have a good day, okay? Yeah, Joanna, I don't watch TV nowhere near like I used to. I'm trying to get back into watching Netflix. TV is just so boring to me now. It's the same thing over and over again. My little reality shows that I used to watch, like Real Housewives of Potomac and all that, I haven't watched that in probably about 2-3 years. It's been a minute since I watched those shows. Because I be on YouTube so much and Instagram, and I don't really go to TikTok like that, but I watch it. Okay, so before we lead off, I have one more thing to show you guys. Like I said, I like to give you guys a little variety in the video. So I want to end off with something that I saw on TikTok. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. And I want to know what your thoughts are. So it was a woman that said she talked to one of her OG relatives that gave her some information or some insight on relationships. So let's see what you guys think about it.
Y'all real quick because I thought it was worth sharing. I was on the phone with my uncles, 3 of my uncles yesterday, and we were just talking about like conflict and love and marriage and stuff like that. And I asked one of my uncles, was it love that kept you married to my auntie? And he said, no. I ain't married your auntie because I loved her. He said, no. Love, that's too much of an emotional process. I married your auntie because she stayed on my neck. I wouldn't be the man that I am today if it wasn't for her. So I asked him about some conflicts because I love talking to men who have been in conflict, who have made mistakes, who have learned from mistakes, especially married men, and can give you an idea of how things go from a male standpoint. So he tells me about one event. He said, there was one time I really made Annie mad. He said, I was wrong. He said, I was wrong. I made a decision without talking to her. And she was really big on standing firm on what it is that you're going to do and making sure that you communicate things with her, any decisions, because they affected our household. And he goes and tells me, he said, so she was getting on my A. He said, and I hated it. So what I did the same thing I always did, run into the bars, run into the clubs, run into the parlors, whatever I could to avoid her. He said, and I kept putting up a wall. I kept building a wall against her. And she fought and she fought and she fought to tear that wall down. And eventually the wall was defeating her. That's when I realized I was losing her. He said, every time I made her face that wall and every time I turned my back against her because I didn't want to hear the truth about who I was. I didn't want to sit there and sit in my SHIT. I wanted to run from it. I shut down all the time. She couldn't beat that wall, so she turned away from me and she fixed the problems herself. And that's when she realized she didn't need me. And so I asked him, I said, well, Uncle, whenever I talk to my clients, I always tell them you need to be able to put the purpose of your marriage and your relationship, your children, your investments, whatever it is, think from a logical standpoint, put that above the conflict. So that way you can defeat the conflict. And he said, well, baby, I wish you were there when I was around. He said, I wish you were there at that time. He said, because that's absolutely right. He said, had I have put the purpose between me and your auntie and my children in a home above the conflict and stopped shutting down, I wouldn't have went through that hardship. So he continues to tell me, marriage ain't about love. He said, love don't mean nothing. It don't hold nothing. He said, how are you two getting through this journey called life? He said, how are you two fighting the test that marriage and that relationship is going to come with? That's what you need to ask yourself. What tools, what weapons do you all have when you are fighting against the world? Because your marriage and your relationship is going to fight against the world. There's going to be temptation. There's going to be confusion. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be so much. How are you two going to fight against it? Because he told me if you allow the enemy to see any type of weakness in your armor, the enemy is going to go for it. And who is going to be there for you to protect you? That's your helpmate. But he did tell me that it was a hard year because she got tired of him shutting down and she turned away from him. He said, and I thought I was losing everything that I had built because I was losing the woman I love. And I just have to add this little splash because it was so funny. He told me he would always run to my great-grandma mother. And he said it was one day he tried to run to her. And he was like, Mama, she did this again, yada, yada, yada. And he said mother took a wooden spoon and smacked him across the head and told him, hush it. I'm a woman before everything else. And you're going to stop coming and talking to me about this woman because that woman loves you more than you love yourself. If you stop taking her through it, you wouldn't have a reason to run to me. Go home and fix it. I am so glad I talked to my uncles yesterday because those are some strong men. And I love the fact that my uncles are so accountable. But I'm just here to tell you all, if you all are going through any type of conflict in your marriage and your relationship, you can get through it. You all can get through it. And if you feel like it is not you two, then sometimes you have to walk away. And if you have to walk away because this person has broken you down to the core and you are losing it, do so. But fight for your marriage. I want to share this story with y'all real quick because I thought it was worth sharing.
So I definitely thought that was something that maybe somebody needed to hear. I did like Aries, your response or your comment. You said the woman sacrifice and break their backs to win a man theme is tired. I'm raising my son to be a whole man, not partially raised for his wife to finish the rest of the process. And I definitely agree with you with that. That's how I'm trying to raise my boys. You know, my boys are adults. I have a 17-year-old, but I'm trying to make my boys to be very self-sufficient men, right? I let them know when you come into a relationship, you coming into a relationship to provide. You're coming into a relationship to assist, to aid, not to cause problems and havoc. Right? Because life is a problem all in its own. Nobody needs all that extra added stress. And if you feel like you're going to take away from her life instead of giving and benefiting to her life, then you don't need to be a part of her life. And that's just real. You know, we understand that people want to date and mingle and have a good time, but if you know you're not financially able to do that, or you got some other things personally going on in your life, handle your personal business first. And once you got yourself together, then put yourself out there. Nobody wants to date a broken individual. Nobody wants to marry a broken individual. Nobody wants to do that, right? And it shouldn't be the responsibility of another adult to raise you up when you've had 18 plus years to do that on your own. Life is a learning lesson. You got to learn how to learn the lessons that are given to you. And sometimes lessons are given to you and you don't know how to handle them. But that's why you just go through it however you need to go through it. Deal with the consequences of your actions and just learn the next time how to handle that adversity differently so it doesn't adversely affect you in a negative way. All right, you guys, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this live stream. I try to bring several different conversations in here. I know a lot of you guys are always saying, hey, we want to talk about more stuff than the moms. And I understand that, but y'all got to also understand this platform was primarily based around the moms and what they have going on in their lives. And we definitely will check in with them. Cheating is an instant walk away. Exactly, Yana Mama. But we will incorporate other conversations. Okay. So y'all keep rocking with me and I definitely will rock with y'all. All right. I'm gone, you guys. I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much. I definitely see y'all in the next one. And remember, sub what you love. Bye. Make sure you guys hit the like button, clocking out the break room on your way out the door.